Hello, introverts and extroverts. Welcome back to Tangle Tower. We're in Felix's room again, because now we're going to see what we suspect him of. Which I don't know what we're going to talk to him about. Maybe the figurines he made, because I'm still questioning that purple beard guy. But the only thing we have left to talk to him about, evidence-wise, is this painting of Flora.
These drawings are quite precious.
They're so adorable.
Flora let you see them.
What happened to the bird? Did it die?
I don't know. Seems likely, though, doesn't it?
Aww. Anyway. Alright, let's suspect him.
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's not your paint pot, it's not the right color, it has the wrong lid on. Didn't we already... Cause I noticed... I don't know if... Wait. Wasn't it not his paint pot? Did I guess that before? Because that seems familiar, and you guys know I do separate sessions. Unless I'm making this up. I knew all along it was a different paint pot. Who knows?
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
Yeah, because those all had mountains, and... Where was the other... Here. Yeah, these one have waves. Freya's has waves. But one of them, the pot is different. Yeah. Like, you see how there's a mountain there, and the other ones have squiggles? And then... if we go to the one where all his have mountains, and this one has a squiggle, so that's Freya's paints. So why did Felix have blood paint? These ones.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Yeah. Is full of, was broken by, was stolen and replaced with, was exactly the same as, was used to paint. Freya's red paint pot. Wait, and was broken by Felix. Freya noticed what had happened, but the lids were swapped to hide it. They were both left in Flora's tower. They were used as the murder weapon. Was because he stole it because he didn't want to know that he stole it? Was exactly the same. Was stolen and replaced with Freya's red pot. Model the girl, model man, model Flora, model bird. Paintbrush. Okay. The pot was stolen and replaced with the other pot, and the lids were swapped to hide it.
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
Because that makes sense.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway? And none of this is connected to your murder.
They were at the crime scene! They were at the crime scene, mister. You accusing me of accusing you? Oh wait, I picked the wrong face. Are you accusing me of accusing you? Fuck you, Felix. I don't have hotkeys for my a PNG tuber changer, so I have to do it manually, and I have to do it quickly, because OBS doesn't seem to like the hotkeys. It's not that big of a deal, I mostly use the smiley one anyway. Alright. Let's see. The paintbrush, the red paint, the lake water, this red paint pot, all the paint pots, palette Felix blood. Contained no, has been empty of all its, has somehow been filled with, was used to destroy, was used to fill up. Contained no, okay, it was emptied out onto the floor, was used after Freya used it to paint Flora by Freya several days ago, then locked away before, this red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora. That's why it's relevant.
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Oh, that's definitely something.
Yeah, it's almost like this is a murder case, and we wouldn't be interrogating you if we didn't think it had something to do with it.
Right. Fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint.
Suspicious. But really, you're letting go of the information that easily? Okay.
There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well,
some artists are very protective of their supplies. I'm not a physical media artist, but I do have, like, paints and stuff like that. I mostly, like, have watercolors. I never use them, but I bought them. So I'm very protective over them because they were expensive, because I needed them for a singular project in college, and I'm just waiting for another one to show up, and I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, I already have watercolors.
I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
Okay.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment. But
Damn.
It's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Yeah, it'd kind of be insensitive to give a Freya doll to Flora, wouldn't it? Let's talk to... Hot lady, hot man, hot lady, hot man, hot lady, hot man, hot lady, hot man, lady. Alright, Hawkshaw. Lady. How's it going? What up? Oh, we have not... Did we not question her about anyone? Did I forget to do that casually? No shit. Well, we have quite a bit to talk to you about, Hawkshaw. Let's actually go through the evidence and then have her talk about the people, because clearly that's what we were doing.
The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth? Some breed of amphibious humanoid, potentially bipedal, although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
I suppose. This one kind of had the feet. A little bit.
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would. And you consider that important evidence, do you?
Well, yeah.
These people really are ridiculous, aren't they?
If the game lets me keep an item, it's considered important.
Is that a clue?
Dunno. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree, doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Same. Is this the same? I don't have a degree yet.
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like
Actually,
anyone we've met so far.
I did get a degree. Well, not a degree. I got a certificate. I think it was pre-framed for me by the school.
Strange. A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that.
Okay, Hawkshaw, you don't need to act like I'm dumb, alright? My partners do that enough already.
A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
Am I supposed to be able to force it open? Is that a puzzle? Hold on. Excuse me. Am I able to do this? No, that'd be too easy. Is it here? You don't see me, I'm clicking on it. Alright. I thought I could force it open myself, but I guess not.
When did Freya draw the picture of you, Hawkshaw?
I didn't model for her, if that's what you're asking. She must have done it without my permission.
Could just be from memory. It's not quite as detailed as the others anyway.
Yeah, it looks like it was made more in a rush.
I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference.
Reference of what?
This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I think you'd be surprised as to what people leave lying around. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
I was gonna say, maybe, but maybe I just didn't click it yet. The face she made! No!
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature.
I'm ending my chances with Hawkshaw.
This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Oh, I thought they were headphones. Did I not notice people were calling them earmuffs?
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. I'd tell him not to quit his day job. But he hasn't got one, has he?
Oof. That's a big fucking ouch.
These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
This is fun, right guys?
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
Oh, they are from a few years ago? Interesting. Alright, Flora, what do you think of her? Strong silent type, likes staring out of windows, hair very flowy. That Flora, the Flora that doesn't talk. The Flora we know basically nothing about, except that she had a dead bird. I mean, the bird was alive when she had it, presumably.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Flora Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits. I heard she barely sleeps. An hour here or there, sporadically.
That sounds like hell. I barely sleep too, but getting just an hour here or there sounds like a living hell.
Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Maybe because she's fucking sleep deprived. I'd be staring out of windows too if I got even less sleep than I do now.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious.
Was it? I didn't really find it that tedious. What about Fifi?
Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely.
Yeah, she's 19. She's getting to her 20s.
314 cases solved.
Hot.
300?
I felt that. It's okay, Grimoire. You'll get there one day.
And 14. Freya Fellow is of great interest to me. I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower. Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching.
Interesting. Now that we know what she's looking for. I mean, technically it's also been a day and we've known. But it's interesting to say that Freya, the artist, is the most intelligent and observant of everyone here when you have an astronomer, a scientist, a botanist. You yourself as a detective. What was the fucking long complicated word they called fucking bird lady? Penny? The ornithologist? I probably fucked that up. But she studies birds. But you're saying the artist? Are you saying that artists are smart? I'm not that smart. I'd like to think I'm smart, but sometimes I'm not.
I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed. I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
Damn.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective.
Yeah, she's got her own job to do. What about Fitz?
I'll say this. He's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
He's beefy. You can just say he's beefy. He's well built. He's tall and strong.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse, but I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers in secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
That's an interesting way to describe him, I
Professor
guess.
Pointer is a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself. What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Interesting. I guess it's because he did hire her, and I guess if you didn't know that, that would hint at it. But no, we know. Someone told us. I don't remember who.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
Damn.
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
I should probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry I forgot to question you sooner. Alright, we're supposed to go to Fitz next. Let us go. Hey dude, what up? We have quite a bit to question you about as well. You might be the last one, depending on how long this takes. The last one of this session, specifically. I don't have much time to record today. You guys can know that. Let's get the horn
What's with the
statue.
broken glass?
Well, we didn't... What do you mean, what's with the broken glass? We didn't say
What's
anything
with
to
the
you.
broken glass?
That's just how it ends? Okay.
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they, like, her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
He did have a soft voice. I just don't sound masculine enough, clearly.
I do not.
Damn, I would be insulted if my fucking future husband, my fiance, can't name the names of my 3 favorite pets. I can at least name one of them, and I'm not even fiancés with her. And one of them was named Tabitha, wasn't it? Y'all had T
A
names.
flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower.
But wouldn't you have given her the flower?
I just don't have a reason to.
I felt like maybe you would have gifted her the flower, but alright.
Those petals, they,
What?
they're red.
Oh yeah, you would avoid the question, wouldn't you, you cheater?
Poppy's piano music. I remember when she started learning.
I feel like if it wasn't like a secretive thing, he would be very open about it, but he seems to be avoiding the whole like subject of him and Poppy being alone together.
She's improved a lot since then.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
Right. Of course.
Any idea who this is?
No idea.
Okay.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
Interesting.
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
I was gonna say something about the plant, but I forgot what I was gonna say.
Fitz, one of these drawings is of you?
Yeah. A very suspicious one of you.
In the rooftop garden, I think? With Poppy.
Mm-hmm. Are we done?
Yeah, why are you being so avoidant? No wonder Penelope got
Freya's
suspicious.
best work, in my opinion. Although, the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting.
Huh?
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah,
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
Why are you getting so pissed off? Why are you being so fucking shady?
We found these up in the rooftop garden. Do you know how long they've been there?
No, could have been a long time. We don't ever really clear up the rooftop garden.
Why not?
Nature is unruly. In truth, it prefers to be left alone.
Interesting.
Wait, those are mine, the earmuffs.
Oh? They're yours, you say?
They went missing about a week ago.
What do you need earmuffs for?
I use them for gardening sometimes.
Why? You don't own a chainsaw, do you?
No, I wear them while I'm gardening, and it stops people from trying to talk to me.
That's genius.
Felix made that? Huh,
Alright, that's all I have to say?
that's quite sweet, really. Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note in the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
Interesting. Alright, let's see your opinion on everyone else. We'll save the two love interests for last for him.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer sometimes.
You said you don't go into Pointer Tower. If you said yes, I would have gotten so angry.
He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
Felix is a contradiction. His
Is he?
loyalties are placed
Oh,
firmly
yeah.
within the realm of materialism, money, property.
Yeah, but he's also got loyalties with his family, which is why he's here, but it's kind of making him depressed. So he's loyal to a fault, but it's making him
But
miserable.
his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image.
Yeah,
don't you think?
exactly.
I was just about to say the same thing.
Well, Fifi.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out.
I mean, considering she's like, well, like 4'11", 5 foot, maybe 5'2" at max, and you're like a 6'4", maybe 6'7" man, I would be pretty intimidated too.
Maybe you can let me know.
Alright, let's do his fiance first, then his possible mistress.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Penny says you were pulling away from her.
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence.
Blue hair.
Oh, you're like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind.
Blue hair? That's purple! I've never seen purple before! I guess in realism it would look more blue. Maybe.
And she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, because you're having a fucking affair!
There's something about the report
Oh.
of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Later, actually. I think I'm gonna question more people first. Because we've talked to everyone once over again, except for Pointer and Fifi. So I might as well do that and get, like, see if there's more people who are suspicious right now. Let's do Fifi. Because there's still a bit more time left on my timer, so. Alright. What about your dad?
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value.
Alright,
Dislikes,
fair enough.
the inescapable realities of human existence.
Fair
Yes.
enough, too.
Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No?
Whoa.
Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the 2 possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No,
Oof.
he is quite correct.
Alright. I feel like we should save her diary for last.
Freya drew these,
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
but she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Does she know what private
It
means?
is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya? A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Actually, wait a sec. It's true, why did he draw Freya? Wouldn't he have made himself and his daughter? Weird.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues. What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
Interesting.
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is?
Yeah.
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
I mean, what do you guys think it is? I think it's like some kind of mountain, maybe showing that she wants to explore the, like, they said the unscalable mountains out in the distance. Maybe that. The despair she feels, like the red showing, like, aggression, maybe passion. Maybe? Who knows? You guys agree with me? No? Yes? Anyway?
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it.
Yeah.
As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever. There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective
cute.
Hawkshaw, and a drawing of Poppy and Fitz.
Does she know anything?
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
Don't be like that. Just open it. Alright, really? Nothing from her? Alright. We have enough time to actually go to Pointer, I think, and talk to him. So we'll do that, and then I'll be done my recording session, and next time I record something, it'll be a new day. Alright. Just stop twerking. What is it? Actually, wait, wasn't there a puzzle here I didn't do? This one. I don't, you don't see me circling it, but the sun one, the little sun thing here, that was a puzzle. And there was, whoops. And there was a puzzle on it. Like, we had to make a symbol? Is there anything that has a symbol here? No. Not as far as I can tell. I feel like the game is pretty easy as far as their puzzles go. I haven't needed to use a hint yet. So, although I am pretty stubborn when it comes to hints. So, did I not question him about any of the items? What the fuck? Alright. Well, we're definitely gonna end it after we question him about the items.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
Oh, that's good. I don't get sarcasm
the
sometimes.
Heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
True. Alright, we have a whole list of things to go over. If there's anything uninteresting, it can always be skipped.
So which
I
one
suppose.
is Tangle Tower?
What's that?
There are two towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her father. The Remington family was a rather tumultuous little unit, you see. I don't think Flora has spoken with any of them in over a decade.
Interesting.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
It's enough for
Isn't
me.
the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
Becoming moldy.
A very old statue
Dirty.
indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is.
That was the most suspicious thing anyone has said so far.
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar. Is this important?
Possibly.
Well, it was.
Here's a thought. Do you suppose the paintbrush could be the murder weapon? After all, it was found at the scene, right next to Freya's body.
I mean, the bristle part has blood, but I feel like if someone was trying to murder someone else, you'd at least use the harder bit. But that's just me.
I guess it's possible.
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
The knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar.
Well, now we figured out it's a feather, but I was supposed to talk to you about this before we found that out.
Pointer property originally, purloined by the fellows. Typical.
Pretentious fuck.
I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends. Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see. It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to yawn. Just happened.
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it. Makes you wonder why he bothers at all.
Interesting.
Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Playing a trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes. That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
Don't make me have an existential crisis, sir.
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
That's cute. I wonder what happened to Primrose.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
Well, it's important that we discover what's going on here.
Oh my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother?
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall. What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
It definitely has to be Poppy.
That's a very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put. A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary.
It does. A very well-locked diary.
These were drawn by Freya. She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I guess.
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me, it's a big, red thing.
Thingy, yeah.
What a fascinating interpretation.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks like a weapon to me.
Everyone thinking it's a weapon. That's fucking hilarious.
I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue.
Alright, you guys are being so judgmental. If I see a pile of feathers and the game is like, oh, let's just put these in our pockets, it's going in my fucking pockets.
I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Always wears?
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
Oh.
This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic license.
Damn.
This looks a little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his mind from decaying, you know. Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
I think it's gone, buddy. Alright. So, with that, I'm going to end it here. I suppose next time we'll talk to Fitz, see what he's up to. In fact, I will go there just so we're all set up. Next time I play so I know what the fuck I'm doing. But I hope you guys have enjoyed, you know, this episode. Have a nice day. Be safe. Stay tuned. Next time we will continue on with the adventure.